Okay, we're going to run the bot now, but before we do, I want to do a little test of maybe just 2 or 3 messages to make sure it's going to work. Now, normally when you create a bot like this, you compile it into an exe file, which is basically a program file, and then you can use that and run that on Windows without having to open up the development environment of UBot. It means you can give or sell the script to somebody else and they can use it as well without having to own UBot. However, during the test of this, I'm going to leave the UBot Studio open in case there is a problem, and then I can go in and fix it if necessary. The first thing I've done is I've logged into the correct list and I've gone to the follow-up page, which is here, and you can see this is the one that we entered in earlier on when we were building the bot. I'm going to delete that because I'm going to start again. And let's say we'll run and we'll put in the first 3 autoresponder messages. And then we're just going to click on run. And we're going to let the script do its thing and upload it. At this stage, normally, once you set the bot running like this, you can go off and have a cup of coffee or a beer, or just relax and do whatever you want to, really, because the bot is now doing all the work for you. And I'm going to sit here while it does this test, and then we can see whether it's worked properly. You see the first message there now is there, and we should get a loading up now of the next page to insert the next one, and it should go through 3 messages. You see rainbow number 2 has just been inserted. Saving that, and then once this has done, we're now waiting for the 3rd one to be uploaded. And there we go, the 3rd one's been uploaded. And that's it, it's run through 3 times. The bot has now stopped. Just got through to the bottom there now and it's stopped. Okay, now I'm going to bring in a web browser because it's easier. I can open up tabs to make sure everything has worked. And this was the web browser before I had run the bot and before I had deleted the one that we'd done in the previous tests. I'm going to just refresh this to see what we've got open. Now remember, the first one should be delivered immediately, and then it should be 7 days after that. So here's message 1, Juicing the Rainbow, newsletter number 1, send immediately. Juicing Rainbow number 2, send 7 days after the previous message. Juicing Rainbow number 3, 7 days after the previous message. So that has worked. Let's just open these up. Holding down the control key, I'm going to open these up in browser tabs so I can check to make sure the correct message has been loaded. Right, that's number 3. This is number 1. Juicing the Rainbow number 1. Hi, first name in the spotlight this week, alfalfa sprouts, which is the first one. Juicing the Rainbow number 2. Hi, then apples. Juicing the Rainbow number 3. Hi, asparagus. Now you'll notice here that this one, it says this highlight here tells me that it doesn't think this URL exists, and it doesn't, because at the moment apples has not been published. It's set as a draft and it will be published 7 days after the alfalfa one. So that one is nothing to worry about, and I don't need to touch that. I'm sure the URL is right, and then I'm surprised at the asparagus one. Let me see if I can open that just to see, because I'm surprised that that one is saying that it's an OK URL, because that one shouldn't be. See, error not found. Okay, so that one isn't. Let's not worry. Everything looks fine. The test looks fine. Everything's worked, so that's good. All I'm going to do now, I'm going to just delete these 3 messages, because we're going to start the process again. This was just a test to make sure it was working okay. Before we cancel that, let me just go back to the edit screen just for a second. There's one thing I want to check just to make sure. And then onto the next screen, I want to check the, here we go. Click tracking. Okay, the tracking has been set as off. That's good. That's what I wanted to check. So everything's fine. I can go back now. I can compile the bot and run the bot as an exe, or I can just run the bot from within UBot. Okay, if I was going to sell this bot, I would need to compile it into an exe file. And the exe file is just a program file which would allow other people to run this script without having to have ubot itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compile it, and then instead of using this ubot with all these visible commands, what I'll do is I'll just run the bot that's been compiled, and we'll hopefully have all the messages uploaded that way. There's only a couple of things I need to change. I'm going to set the upload, the compile directory there. I've already done that. Developer options, I want to remove branding so it doesn't say anything about ubot. I can also do things like change the application icon and set a splash screen and things like that. But I'm not intending to sell this, and if I develop it further, if anybody in the membership area wants this script, I can develop it a little bit further so it can be used on any campaign within Aweber. Okay, so let's just compile, and this will take probably about a minute, so I'm just going to just pause the video. Okay, that's finished. Close that. And just before I close this, one thing I should say as well, this is a fairly easy and intuitive way of coding with these boxes here. You can actually work in code view as well, so for proper programmers who want to can deal directly with the code. And sometimes when you want to edit a few things, it can be a bit, it can actually be quicker to edit in here rather than edit in the other side. Like for example, here, change checkbox. I've got it set as unchecked, but I could actually just edit that and say checked, and that would then update the program so that this one down here, wherever it is, says checked as well. This is a lot more, especially with longer and longer scripts, and you can have multiple tabs scripts, a script on each tab and subroutines and all the rest of it. So sometimes when you get a really big program, working in code view is easier. Okay, I'm going to just close this, and I'm going to open the compiled exe file. Okay, here is the compiled exe file. You can see it's application type in Explorer. I'm going to just double click on that to open it. We can close that now, and I'll just drag it into the recording area so you can see what the bot looks like. Now, this is what it would look like if I sold the bot or gave you a copy of the bot. This is all you'd see. You wouldn't see all of the code behind it. But that doesn't matter, we don't need that. All I'm going to do is I'm going to enter 46 in there, and I need to actually go and log in to Aweber and make sure that the project for Juicing the Rainbow is active, or the list for Juicing the Rainbow is active. So let me just do that now. Okay, we're there now. So let me just click on the follow-up series just to check, final check, make sure there's no follow-up messages, and there isn't. Okay, so now all I need to do is click run, and the script, the bot should go away and import all 46 messages. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a web browser at the same time. Load up Aweber in the web browser, and then I can check the process as it's going through. And you're seeing this running in real time now. I haven't paused it or anything. Okay, and if we just check this now, we've got message 1, send immediately, message 2, send 7 days after that. Let's just refresh, and we should have message 3 there now. Okay, that's been uploaded. While this is running, what I'll do is open a web page with the current time. We can monitor how long this takes. Okay, where I am, it's 4:50. No, in fact, it's not. Where I am, it's actually 5:58. But anyway, 4:58 is a good measure. We'll have a look. That's where it is right at the moment, 4:58. And I can pause the video, and then we can see how long it takes. Let's just go back and see how many we've done so far. Okay, we're up to 5 so far. So I'm going to pause the video until we've finished. Okay, we haven't finished yet. Let me just check. The current time is, it's a little bit later, 5:01, so it's 3 minutes since the last time, and we're up to 11 so far. One thing I could do to make this bot better is to have an updated display here so that it actually tells me the message number that it's on, and then I wouldn't have to keep reloading the web page in Aweber. It would just update, so that it would update with a message num, which was that variable we set for the message number that is currently being uploaded. Okay, so that's just an idea. Anyway, we are up to 13. What's happened there? Oh, there we go. 13 is correct. It did come up with a no title or something, but I think it's because I loaded it before this thing had finished. Anyway, pause the video again. Okay, we're just coming to the end now. We see here, if I refresh this, we've got 44. It's currently doing the 45th. And let's just refresh the time. Okay, 5:14. So we're up to 16 minutes so far. And that's the 45th message. It's now working on the last one. I also thought, in order to improve this bot even further, what I should have done is at the end, when it's finished the loops, it should just show an alert saying that it is now finished running the bot. Here we go, this is the last one. If we go over now to the bot itself, you can see that the autoresponder messages have just loaded up. And we're at number 46 and it's stopped. So let's just check the time again. 5:14. Okay, so what was it? 16 minutes, maybe 17 minutes maximum, because I started the clock a little bit early. A little bit late after it had already started. But 16, 17 minutes to upload the 46. That's not bad going. And I can reuse the bot. The things I'd need to change, if I'm going to upload it for the members to use here, there's a few things I would need to change. One would be to have a box up here saying the delay between messages. So I've had it as 7, and I coded 7 in the actual script itself. But if I put a variable up here, and you could actually change it, then you could say you wanted messages every 14 days or every 21 days or something like that. And the other thing is the location of the files, because I hard-coded that as well. I browsed to the folder where they were stored, and instead I could have a browse button up here which would insert the directory or folder on your computer where the files were stored, and then it would just do its thing, and it would go from 1.txt, 2.txt, 3.txt, and that would be the format you had to use to upload. But it would actually be quite a useful tool for many people. And I know that I normally plan out autoresponder sequences like this anyway, and to have a tool which can upload them easily and without error in such a short space of time is really, really useful. So anyway, I know quite a few of you won't be interested in creating your own bots, but I hope this has been interesting for you, even so, how marketers actually create bots to do these jobs for them. So, okay, that's it.